And a very warm welcome to all of our Teletrack and Supersport viewers around the country as you join us here at Hollywoodbets Greyville as we unveil the names of the 18 runners and 2 reserve runners for the 125th running of the Vodacom Durban July, the 20th under the banner of our super sponsors Vodacom. The race, of course, due to take place at Hollywoodbets Greyville on Saturday, the 3rd of July. So let's get straight into it. The 18 runners that make up the final field together with the 2 reserve runners. And no surprises to kick off with. We start off with the top weight, Rainbow Bridge. 5 times a Grade 1 winner, winner of the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge in his last start, to be ridden by Luke Ferraris and trained by Eric Sands. Then we move on to last year's winner, the 2020 winner, Bulgarian. Bulgarian this year will be ridden by Samanga Khumalo, who's already tasted success in Africa's greatest horse race. Justin Snaith comes with a brigade of runners as he tries to win the Vodacom Durban July for an historic 4th consecutive year. Backing up Bulgarian, amongst others, is the 2018 and 2019 winner, Do It Again. Stable jockey Richard Ferree rides Do It Again, who's been set to carry 57.5 kilograms. Of course, after winning it in 2018 and 2019 from a wide draw, he ran on well in last year's renewal to finish a close-up 3rd behind Bulgarian and got the green light. And talking about got the green light, runner-up in last year's Vodacom Durban July and a multiple Grade 1 win in his last 2 starts. He won the Horse Chestnut Stakes and the Champions Challenge, both at Turfetine Racecourse. Trained by Joey Soma, he will be ridden by the very much in form Muzi Yeni. The pundits reckon he's very well treated under 55 kilograms. Moving on to an interesting runner, Express from the US. From the Stuart Pettigrew stable, Marco van Rensburg gets the chance to ride in the 2021 Vodacom Durban July. He's very well performed. He's won 6 times from only 18 starts, but he is yet to be tested beyond 1,800 meters. Up next is Sovereign Spirit, winner of the Campanaggio 2200 last year over the Vodacom Durban July course and distance. And then in January, a superb 3rd in the Weight for Age Cape Town Met behind Rainbow Bridge and Bulgarian. Sovereign Spirit will be ridden by Keegan DeMello and is trained by Candice Bass-Robinson, who of course saddled Marinaresco to victory a couple of years ago. Let's get into the 3-year-old brigade, headed by, of course, Linebacker. Winner in his last 3 runs of the Grade 1 Cape Derby, the Grade 2 WSB Guineas, and the Grade 1 Daily News. Regular pilot Grant van Niekerk does duty for the Vaughan Marshall stable, and clearly Linebacker, who carries just 53 kilograms, is amongst the favourites for the 2021 Vodacom Durban July. His stable companion is Rascallion, who ran 2nd in the Cape Derby behind Linebacker and again 2nd in the Daily News behind Linebacker. Rascallion will be ridden by Sean Veal, carries 53 kilograms, strictly on form, held by Linebacker, but they both go beyond 2,000 meters for the first time. Rascallion, like Linebacker, is trained by Vaughan Marshall. Sticking with the 3-year-olds, Comedy Dung. Fairy tale story. Gavin Larena takes over the ride. Michelle Ricks and the Harold Crawford training combination for Ashwin Reynolds. Comedy Dung, of course, won his first 4 starts, including the Politician Stakes in January, and more recently ran 3rd in the WSB Guineas and again 3rd behind Linebacker and Rascallion in the Daily News 2000, but not too far away. And it's interesting at the weights, 53 kilograms, they meet on exactly the same terms as they did in the Daily News 2000. Moving on to the grand old campaigner, Cirillo. Cirillo's yet in his career, amazingly enough, to win beyond 1,400 meters, but he's got a low weight this year, 53 kilograms. They tried him in blinkers in the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. That didn't work. The blinkers come off. No jockey declared yet. Sean Tarry is the trainer. Sean Tarry also has a 3-year-old in the race in the form of Shah Akbar, who ran 4th in the South African Derby and 4th in the recent Daily News. Shah Akbar, a known front runner, no jockey declared yet, another string to Sean Tarry's bow. And then Crown Towers, winner of the Sledgehammer and more recently the Grade 3 Cup Trial. Crown Towers will be ridden by Louis Mkotwa and is trained by Justin Snaith, racing in the colours of Mr. Nick Johnson. Another string to Justin Snaith's bow, he's got many runners in the field, is Nexus in the famous Mitchell colours. Craig Zaki rides. Nexus, of course, won the Grade 2 Peninsula Handicap during the Western Cape summer season. Then we move on to Tristful, runner-up behind Sovereign Spirit in the Campeonato 2200 over the course and distance last year, and this season second in the King's Cup, and again second behind Crown Towers, beaten narrowly in the Grade 3 Cup Trial. A victory in the Jubilee Handicap secured a place in the final field for Johnny Hero. Johnny Hero, trained by Tyrone Zaki. No jockey declared. He won the Jubilee Handicap, and we all remember Tyrone Zaki coming oh so close to winning the Vodacom Durban July a number of years back was Smungy Mungy, who was denied but a short head at the line. 3 to go. Matterhorn, Serena Moodley rides for Alison Wright, second in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup, a model of consistency, an older horse with a very low galloping weight of 53 kilograms. 2 to go. Running Brave, winner this season of the Gold Bracelet and the London News, Grade 3 and Grade 2 races respectively. Running Brave has something of a love affair with Hollywood Bets Gravel. She's often reserved her very best performances for this track. No jockey yet declared. Fani Bronkhorst is the trainer. And the 18th and final name to make it into the field is the very talented, unknown brilliance of She's a Keeper. She's won 5 times from 6 starts. Last time out, she was victorious in the Grade 2 World Sports Betting 1900. She's very much under the radar, and who knows how much improvement there's still to come from She's a Keeper. Reserve 1 is the Track and Ball Derby winner Silver Host, who also won the Chairman's Handicap earlier this year from the Justin Snaith stable. And Reserve 2 is the former Dingons winner Shango, who more recently ran second behind Johnny Hero in the Jubilee Handicap. That is the final field plus 2 reserve runners for the 125th running of the Vodacom Durban July on Saturday the 3rd of July. You'll be back with us in about 15 minutes or so when we do the all-important draw for barrier positions for this, the final field of the Vodacom Durban July. Welcome back to all of our Teletrack viewers and Supersport viewers around the country. A little while ago, we unveiled the field of 18 runners plus 2 reserves for the 125th running of the Vodacom Durban July, the 20th under the umbrella of Vodacom. The race, of course, due to take place on Saturday, the 3rd of July. Now, we're going to do the all-important draw for barrier positions, all of it under the watchful eye of our chief stipe here in KwaZulu-Natal, Deanthan Moodley. But joining me is Raf Sheikh, the racing executive for Gold Circle, and Chris Lazarus, who's the managing executive for Vodacom here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Raf, Chris, thank you very much. Raf has far less to do than you, Chris. We're going to do the draw the same way as we did it last year. So if you recall last year's draw, then you'll know what's about to happen. We start off with Raf drawing a number between 1 and 18, which is going to be our starting point. Remember, we don't do draws for the reserve runners. In the event of a reserve runner come in, that horse will inherit the draw number of the horse that it replaces. So Raf, let's get the process underway. Draw us a number. That's our starting point. Draw number 11 is where we're going to start. And remember, the draw and the saddle cloth are exactly the same. Thank you, Raf. Right, so the first name that you draw out of that hat, the 18 names are there, Deanthan Moodley assured that is drawn 11. The first name to come out is drawn 11, and it is last year's winner, Bulgarian, who drew gate 17 last year, has drawn in gate number 11, Bulgarian, to be ridden by Samanga Kumalo. Now we go down through draws 12 to 18 and then back to 1 to 10. So the next name, Chris, let's move it along a little bit as we get the next name out. And stable companion Nexus. Nexus will be drawn in gate number 12. Nexus, of course, to be ridden by Louis Mkotwa, one of 4 runners in the race from the Justin Snay stable as he seeks to win his 4th consecutive Vodacom Durban July. So now we're drawing for gate number 13. Chris Lazarus goes into the Vodacom barrel and draws out the name Running Brave, winner of the gold bracelet and the London News Group 3 this season. Running Brave loves Greyville Racecourse. She's done very well here at Hollywood Bets Greyville. She has a love affair with this racecourse. She's drawn in gate 13. We move on. The next name out is drawn in gate 14. We're getting into that nervous territory now. And gate 14 is Got the Green Light. One of the early favorites. He ran second last year. He recently won the Horse Chestnut Stakes Grade 1 and the Champion Challenge Grade 1. I'm not certain that Joe Soma will be too concerned about that, nor Muzi Yeni. The wide draws, in fact, have got a better record in the outcome of the Vodacom Durban July in recent years. Next name out is drawn in gate 15. So who's drawn outside of Got the Green Light is Matterhorn. Matterhorn from the Alison Wright stable. Matterhorn will be ridden by Serena Moodley, ran second in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup recently. Matterhorn is drawn in gate 15. So we've got 16, 17, 18 to come before we revert to the inside gate. Drawn in gate 16 is Do It Again. Last year he was drawn 18. This year's drawn 16. And I'm sure Richard Faree, who won last year's race aboard Bulgarian from the 17 gate, knows exactly what to do to get the multiple Vodacom Durban July winner past the post first. Right, 17. Who's drawn 17? Chris? Do It Again is drawn out at 16. Tristful comes out the hat in gate number 17. The Tony Riverland stable. Tristful, of course, will be ridden by Callan Murray for Mary Liley. Tristful carrying 53 kilograms, runner-up in the Cup Trial, runner-up in the King's Cup, runner-up in the Campanaggio 2200 last year over the track and trip, is drawn out at 17. So now, gate 18. Gate 18, Cormet D. Dung. Gavin Lorena has got the job of getting the 3-year-old over from the widest gate of all. But of course, that's where Do It Again ran third from last year, and a Bulgarian from the 17 gate ended up winning the 2020 Vodacom Durban July. So Comedy Dung is drawn out at gate number 18. Now we go to gate number 1. Gate number 1 belongs to Rainbow Bridge, the top weight, 5 times a Grade 1 winner, Luke Ferraris for the Eric Sand stable, sporting the colours of Michael and Norma Rattray. Rainbow Bridge is drawn in gate 1, where, incidentally, Golden Ducat was drawn last year on his way to finishing 4th. Right, gate number 2 belongs to Johnny Hero. Got into the race as a courtesy of his victory in the recent Jubilee Handicap Grade 3 at Turffontein. Johnny Hero representing the stable of Tyrone Zaki, who a couple of years back ran a short-head second with Smanje Manje. Who's gate 3? Who's in gate 3? Who's in gate 3? Shah Akbar. The Sean Terry inmate. Shah Akbar was 4th in the SA Derby and 4th in the Daily News. Both of those, of course, Grade 1 races with a bottom weight of 53. Amongst the 3-year-old campaigners is drawn in gate number 3. Gate number 4 belongs to Express from the US, from the stable of Stuart Pettigrew. Marco van Rensburg rides. He's a 6-time winner. He's yet to race past 1,800 metres. He tackles the distance for the first time, but is at least drawn well in gate number 4. Gate number 5 belongs to Crown Towers. So a couple of the front runners are drawn towards the inside. Shah Akbar likes to go forward, as does Crown Towers. And Crown Towers will be ridden by Louis Mkotwa for the Justin Snay stable. Of course, he won the Sledgehammer and the Cup Trial. Next up, I think I might have mentioned that Nexus was ridden by Craig Zaki, but just to repeat, that Nexus is being ridden by Craig Zaki. Rascallion is out the hat next. Rascallion, of course, second to stable companion Linebacker in the Cape Derby and the recent Daily News in Drawn Gate 6. And I'm sure Vaughan Marshall is going to have no complaints about where Rascallion is drawn. Rascallion to be ridden by Sean Veal. Next out the hat is his stable companion, Linebacker. So Vaughan has cracked it in the draw. He's drawn in gates numbers 6 and 7 respectively. Linebacker to be ridden by Grant van Niekerk is the winner of the Cape Derby, the WSB Guineas and the Daily News in his last 3 starts. They're drawn in gate numbers 6 and 7, Rascallion and Linebacker. Their adversary, Comedy Dung, is drawn out at 18, but as I mentioned earlier, perhaps to be drawn out wide is not the kind of disadvantage in the Vodacom Durban July that everybody believes it to be. Next out the hat is Sovereign Spirit, who won the Campanato 2200 over this track and trip in 2020 and ran 3rd in the Cape Town Met. Sovereign Spirit carrying 54 for the Candice Bass Robinson stable, to be ridden, of course, by Keegan de Mello, is drawn in gate 8. You'll be delighted with that. She won the race with Marin Noresco a couple of years ago. So we've got 2 to go. Drawn in gate 9. Drawn in gate 9 is Cirillo. Cirillo from the Sean Tarry stable, the Chris van Niekerk owned Cirillo. No jockey yet declared. He's a game-old campaigner. Interestingly, he's never won past 1,400 metres, but he was 3rd in the 2,000 metres Champions Challenge at Turpentine behind Got the Green Light recently. And so the last name out the hat will definitely be drawn in gate number 10, and it is She's a Keeper, winner of 5 of her 6 career starts to date. She's a Keeper, of course, winner of the World Sports Betting 1900 in the last start, to be ridden by Warren Kennedy for the Gareth Van Sale stable. Thank you very much, Chris. Thanks for being a part of it again. There we have it. The barrier draw for the 2021 Vodacom Durban July is now complete. The final field is complete. The gallops are at Hollywood Bets Gravel on Thursday morning, brought to you live on Teletrack at 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Enjoy the racing. Cheers for now.